Oh my God!
Who the? Oh my God! It's the Beast! F5 for Brock Lesnar to Obafemi! The world was shocked that Brock Lesnar knew how to use FaceTime when he called the Pat McAfee show earlier this week to say he was on his way to Riyadh, on his way to the Rumble.
Because he's a mass of DNA built to do one thing: wage war on humanity. Oh God! Oh, decapitated. Brock Lesnar is massive.
Has lasted over 35 minutes. F5 to Javon Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, as the immortal Gorilla Monsoon would say, the irresistible force meets the immovable object. Awesome! And the buzzkill, Miz.
Miz needs to get in there and hit them in the occipital protuberance. Well, Gorilla Monsoon for you, Michael Cole.
The Miz entering his 17th Royal Rumble match, one shy of the record, 18 held by Kane.
Slide back out, Miz. It's not worth it.
Smart.
Brilliant.
Well, he was knocked for a loop last night when he had that match with Dragunov, so he might not be thinking straight.
Well, these guys all taking the cheap shots on the two big guys in there. Perhaps wasn't the smart thing to do. Let the two big guys take each other out, but really a rush of blood to the head. They saw their chance. It ain't working, Dragunov. Oh, my God.
Brock Lesnar just tossing Dragunov over the top rope into the floor. He's eliminated.
Just a death grip, and Cody tries to hold on. Dropped hard on that shoulder.
Lesnar's just manhandling people.
Shouldn't be a surprise. We've seen this from the very beginning, and now we are back to what we all want to see.
The ruler and the beast. Brock's like, you want to try me? And what a spectacular match this man had against Carmelo Hayes to the United States Championship last night on SmackDown. Rey Fénix.
This number is a pretty good number, but it's not when you look in the ring and Brock Lesnar and Obafemi are stood up there looking at you. Suddenly becomes the worst number of them all.
And Rey Fénix, top rope caught by Brock.
That's why it's the worst number of them all.
And using Fénix as a weapon.
Here we go, Cole.
German suplex to Femi.
Outmaneuvered by the world's most famous combat athlete.
How is it possible that Brock Lesnar looks bigger and bigger every time we see him? F5! Paul Heyman all excited out here. Another elimination for Lesnar.
Rey Fénix out of there. Thanks for coming. Try again next year and hope that Brock Lesnar isn't in there.
It's funny, Paul Heyman's out here with Lesnar. It's like he threw the Vision to the curb.
The Vision outside. The Maverick, Logan Paul are all out of here anyway. Why not throw your hat in the ring?
Obafemi with a clothesline knocks down Lesnar.
Two titans collide. I don't know what you're thinking of here.
Well, Logan trying to hang on. Knocked off the top rope.
Peel those fingers off.
Oh, made a mistake. He turned his back on Lesnar, and it cost the ruler.
A little bit of a history lesson for all of you. Traditionally, WrestleMania had two main events: the title match and the Undertaker's streak. Now, need I have to remind you, my client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, which means that main event spot went to Brock Lesnar. And now, the only dead man walking in WWE is the one that comes down the aisle to face Brock Lesnar. So I know what you're all asking. Who will fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? I don't have a prediction. I don't even have a spoiler for you. Because when Brock Lesnar and I walked through that locker room, there wasn't one person that was man enough that I could identify that would step up and take the ass-kicking of biblical proportions that await them at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. Let me go even deeper than that. In an effort of full transparency, these are the appearances that Brock Lesnar is going to make on the road to WrestleMania. And at any time, any man is willing to go down in history by taking the absolute worst victimization possible in front of a global audience at the grandest stage of them all, then all that man has to do is come down that aisle and get up in the face of Brock Lesnar. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think anyone is going to answer Brock Lesnar's open challenge for WrestleMania. Because if you take a good look at that locker room, let's be honest, you can have all the title matches you want. The real main event at WrestleMania is whomever's gonna get their ass kicked and conquered versus Brock Lesnar. And there's no one in that locker room with the balls to take that ass kicking at WrestleMania from Brock Lesnar.
And after everything Lesnar and Heyman have been through in their careers, there could be hell to pay for Rollins tonight. It is so scary when this man takes his time like this.
Lesnar licking his chops, surveying the scene.
Oh, look out!
We go!
Just wiping people out. That didn't go well.
Good God!
Bodies being thrown everywhere by Lesnar. I don't blame him. Oh, that wasn't wise.
Oh,
My God, break his back on the stairs. Suplex into the barricade. Lesnar out of control. And remember, Corey, Seth Rollins isn't medically cleared to compete.
I don't think Lesnar cares. Step to the beast at your own risk.
Brock Lesnar is wiping out a dozen men. And he doesn't look like Seth Rollins' plan worked this time around. Suplex City. Corey, it seems appropriate today of all days, but oh hell yeah! Oma Femi is here! Corey. I think Obafemi may have just accepted Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania.
And it's not going to be Obafemi who had his WrestleMania moment when he put his foot on the chest of Brock Lesnar and pointed to the sign. Because that's your WrestleMania moment. You peaked. That's the biggest moment of your career. Because at WrestleMania, you're going to be beaten. You're going to be taken to Suplex City. You're going to be F5. You're going to be victimized. Obafemi, damn it, you will be conquered by Brock Lesnar.
And Lesnar looking for an F5 on Oba Femi. He's got him on his shoulders. Femi though from behind. Oh! Sends Lesnar over the top rope into the floor. Well, that's the Triple H. Paul Levesque is here, the CEO. Separate before WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, you want it? That's where it happens.
Oh no. Corey, here's the issue that Lesnar has. Oba Femi marched in the ring, looked in his eyes, and Oba did not wet himself like Paul Heyman claimed would happen. Oba stood toe-to-toe with the Beast yet again, and it was Lesnar who retreated.
Oh no, oh no, no. Brock is not done yet.
And F5.
Disappointing, sure. Understandable, absolutely. Paul Levesque is out here protecting a main event of WrestleMania. This is box office. These two have to stay apart.
And Brock Lesnar wasting little time going after Oba Femi as Femi tried to get into the ring. And now Oba driving Brock into the ring post.
Femi caught the Beast.
Oba Femi thwarting the attack by Lesnar, the sneak attack. And now both men through a table as Oba Femi is mad at Lesnar. And Femi taking the fight to the Beast.
Got an army of security out here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, good luck. You're going to need the entire National Guard out here. Lesnar breaks free. Lesnar into the pile. Lesnar pounded away on Femi. And Oba Femi blasting free. And Femi into the fray. And Femi and Lesnar beat the hell out of each other. Goodness, Lesnar tossing furniture. Femi tossing furniture.
I give you my word, Oba Femi. I promise you, when you need to rebuild your career after WrestleMania, my door will always be open to Oba Femi.
Paul, it's taking everything in me to not come down that rank and beat you pillar to post. But it's deeper than that. Because the physical pain and scars will heal. No. Listen, if I beat him up, the physical scars will heal, but the emotional wounds, when his beast loses at WrestleMania, will last forever. And as far as your door of opportunity, go ahead and close it now, because the only door that I need open is already open, and that is the door to WrestleMania. Because 2 months ago, you and your beast, you came in this ring and you issued an open challenge to whoever could dare to step up without even caring who would. And why would you care? Because there's been 25 years of history that says Brock Lesnar cannot be beat. But I have 4 weeks of history that says he absolutely can. And it's never personal, Paul. It's never been personal. It's all just business, but it's not business as usual. Because this time, it's different. You can feel it. I can feel it. They can feel it. It is time to put an end to the beast. And you've been there the entire time. You've been there the whole way. You have been his friend, his advocate, his mouthpiece, a good mouthpiece. But you've never been an honest one. Because Paul, if you were honest, you would have come out here and you would have said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman and my client, Brock Lesnar, is scared of Obafemi. He is afraid of Obafemi. Because I am the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, the mountain that you cannot climb, the mountain that you cannot conquer. And I will win at WrestleMania. I will defeat the beast. I will slay the beast. He will meet his end because I am the one. I have always been the one. I'm the one, Paul. I am the one. And I know it, they know it, and at WrestleMania, you will know it too.
I can never remember anyone in history going into a match with Brock Lesnar with as much confidence, with as much lack of fear as Obafemi. The bringer of war ready for battle. And a reminder, this match will kick off WrestleMania Sunday. Bell rings, we are underway for one of the most anticipated matches in the history of WrestleMania. Lesnar, Femi. And a collar and elbow tie-up.
An absolute stalemate here.
You saw the tail of the tape, pretty even between these two men. If you're Lesnar, what do you need to do to take out Femi tonight?
Well, Lesnar's smarts lie in the fact that he's got 25 years in the fight game. This cannot just be about pure power. Brock Lesnar is a bully in the ring. He cannot bully someone who is equally as powerful as him. He needs to dig deep and do something cunning.
And Wade, you've been in a number of WrestleMania matches. Your first one ever with the nerves there. And what does Oba have to do to combat that?
Well, I'll tell you right now, my first WrestleMania match, my body felt like lead. And it took a long time to shake that feeling off. If that's the case with Oba here, he's going to be in big trouble.
And Brock Lesnar overpowering Femi into the corner, delivering shoulders to the gut of Femi. And Femi stands up, shouts in his face, and knocks Lesnar to the mat.
And nobody has ever treated Brock Lesnar like this.
And a clothesline. Femi does not go down. And another one by Lesnar. And Femi still on his feet. Lesnar with a look of shock in his eyes. And down goes the beast. And Brock Lesnar needs to regroup. Paul Heyman doesn't know what to make of this. I told you, he's out of sorts, Wade. Lesnar's has never been in this position in his life.
Well, he may well be physically outmatched here, and that is simply not an equation that works in the mind of the beast, Brock Lesnar. Start thinking quick, Paul Heyman.
And this is what Lesnar, he could ill afford this, Wade. He's allowing Femi now to build confidence. Femi now knows he can go toe-to-toe with Lesnar. He's got nothing to fear at this point.
That's not human. Oh my God!
We speculated about those nerves, and that is exactly what Brock needed to do. Get away from the pure power battle. Get the advantage any way you can.
Oh, and into the post spine first, and that was a mistake Femi made. Brock Lesnar, the veteran, found the opening, and now Lesnar on the attack. And into the steps on the other side. And now Brock Lesnar's in his element.
And that was shoulder first into those steps. That's about as bad a way as you can hit it outside of the head, of course.
And Femi favoring his elbow as he drops to a knee. And Brock Lesnar about to bring Femi to Suplex City. We saw John Cena, our host, kick off the show tonight. Ask Mr. Cena what it's like to be in the ring with Brock Lesnar, yet another released German.
And it just goes to show you how tactics at this level are vital. It cannot simply be about who is the biggest, who is the strongest.
And now Lesnar closing in on his third German suplex of the match.
And now Brock Lesnar is being back to the Brock Lesnar we know only so well.
And Femi's hurt, Wade. Oba Femi is hurt. The destruction outside the ring and now the suplexes have taken down the ruler.
Remember, this is a learning experience now for Oba Femi.
And looking for another German, but Oba Femi firing back with the elbows. Remember, it was Lesnar who eliminated Femi back in the Royal Rumble match. Oba into the corner with a running uppercut.
Well, Brock is wobbled here, Cole.
The big man with another running uppercut.
Got a big elbow on the temple and hasn't looked right since, but here we go.
Lesnar now with Femi up on his shoulders. Brock Lesnar looking to put him away. F5 to Femi. F5 to Oba Femi. And look at this. Oba Femi got back to his feet after the F5. Oh, and a choke slam by Femi.
Both athletes dropping their nuclear bombs.
Femi measuring Lesnar. Lesnar's up. No freaking way. Fall from grace. Femi with the win.
Here is your winner, Oba Femi.
Your ruler has arrived.
Match is underway. Official Jessica Carr gets to work this matchup. And Femi now, as Grayson Waller, runs into a clothesline. was going to say Waller needs to stay away from Obafemi, but I don't think that strategy is going to work right now. Body shots by Femi. Big right hand to Waller. Oh, and a big running elbow.
Thunderous impact from the ruler.
Like a freight train. And Grayson Waller wisely just collapses.
Grayson Waller just stay down, play dead.
And now he hangs Oba up on the top rope momentarily, and Grayson Waller now heading through. Caught! Obafemi tossing Waller across the ring.
Create a new Olympic sport. Throwing humans for distance.
And then running uppercut by Femi, measuring his man. Fall from grace. The unstoppable Femi.
Here is your winner, Obafemi.
Well, you talk about the importance of momentum in this business. Nobody has as much momentum as Obafemi does these days. The man who slayed the beast at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but can you imagine what it would do for Otis if he could knock off the ruler tonight?
It would change Otis's career. It would change his life.
Shoulder tackle, Femi still on his feet as Otis and Femi go nose to nose. And Femi now runs right into Otis. Otis tackle, and Femi with one to Otis. Otis with momentum now. Whoa! Good God! What an uppercut from Femi. Dropping Otis. And now Femi, 330 pounds, tossed across the ring. He just picked up a 330-pound man and threw him across the ring.
The ruler is not human.
He's not gonna. Is he gonna try it?
Well, they've got a plan of some sort.
Oh, he lifts Otis up now to the second rope. I'm not sure Otis is comfortable up there. Yeah, Femi using his head. Smart move by Femi. Can he get the 330-pounder up? He does! Femi with a fall from grace! You gotta be kidding me!
Here is your winner, Obafemi.
Now the Obafemi Open Challenge begins.
Okay, Oba. Listen, we're all excited for the Open Challenge, believe me. That said, nobody back there was willing to answer the challenge. Therefore, it's my duty to inform you that the Obafemi Open Challenge is canceled for tonight. I'm sorry.
Well, not a popular decision from our general manager.
You can do your job.
No, I do
All
it
right.
every day of my life.
You see, nobody wants it. Everyone is a coward. We can't find anybody. We can't find anyone. Run.
That's Angel and Bird on Los Garza.
Obafemi sending Angel into the wall, and now he's carrying Angel and carrying Berto and dragging Angel out into the arena.
Nobody would answer the challenge, so Oba found his own.
I think Adam Pearce is wrong. Maybe we will have an open challenge.
I was hoping you'd dust off the orange singlet, Cole.
No chance.
Look at the power of the ruler, my God! Nearly put Angel through the side of the ring.
Angel's just pleading with him. I don't want to be involved in this. And these guys are in street clothes.
I don't blame the rest of the roster. You got to be out of your damn mind to step in the ring with Oba.
Well, there's an official out here. He called for the bell, so I guess the open challenge is underway. This is the 2-on-1 handicap match.
This is a mugging, Cole.
For all intents and purposes, Los Garzas have no idea where they're at.
Femi's like a runaway train right now.
No moss. And the power now of Femi.
The shot put an Angel over Berto. Good God.
Berto, why didn't you catch him?
He caught one of his own.
Oh! The most impromptu of open challenges ever. Oba Femi, fall from grace. Does that officially go down as a loss for them?
Here is your winner, Oba Femi.
Look at that stare, Michael Cole. That is the bringer of war.
Well, listen, they wanted opportunities, right? What the hell?
Oh my God!
Who the? Oh my God! It's the Beast! F5 for Brock Lesnar to Oba Femi!
Where the hell did he come from?
Brock Lesnar with Oba Femi on his shoulders and another F5! It seems rumors of his demise have been greatly exaggerated. Brock Lesnar with a third F5 to this monster, Oba Femi. And Lesnar's not done there. He was embarrassed. He was humiliated by Oba at WrestleMania. The night that Brock left his gloves, he left his boots in the ring, and we believed he called it a career.
I didn't quite get the chance to congratulate you last week on your big victory over me at WrestleMania. Congratulations, Oba. Well done. But that victory is gonna cost you more than you could ever imagine. Now, I've had my share of ass whoopings over the years, but none quite like that. It was humbling. You beat my ass at WrestleMania so bad. I said, that's it. I'm done. But that doesn't sit very well with me, Oba. It's not gonna end that way, Oba Femi. Brock Lesnar can take an ass whooping, but can you?
You're gonna get your ass kicked by a humbled, retired beast. Brock Lesnar will conquer Oba Femi.
I am gonna rule over Oba Femi.
You say that I've awoken the beast. Now, what do you think he has awoken in me? What do you think that 4 F5s has awoken in Oba Femi?
I'm just an advocate. I'm just an advocate.
Don't worry, Paul. It's fine. I'm not going to hurt you. Matter of fact, I need you. I need you alive and well to tell the tale of Brock Lesnar. And while you tell that story, you're going to fast forward to the end, my favorite part, where I retire Brock Lesnar for the second time. And I know you, Paul, I know you are a sleazebag. You're going to say, it's just business, it's not personal. I don't know about you, Paul, but 4 F5s seem very personal to me. So, while you tell that story, this is the final chapter.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay.
Deliver me this message to Brock. Tell him that last time I was fighting to beat him.
Okay.
This time, I'm fighting to kill him.
Corey, a bold statement from the ruler.
I can't imagine that Brock Lesnar is going to react positively to being threatened by the ruler. But it is going down. It's official. The ink is dry. The biggest rematch in history this Sunday.